Energy efficiency, reduced consumption, and eco-friendly energy are all the rave nowadays. But back in the day, things were a tad bit different. Not long ago, all anyone wanted was to build the biggest, loudest, and fastest engine in the world. And there's still several automobile and speed enthusiasts out there who are looking forward to creating massive and invincible engines for their vehicles. From monstrous engines from the 90s to the incredible diesel-drinking giants, here are 15 of the biggest engines in the world. Number 15. 1936 Fairbanks Morse model. These huge Fairbanks Morse engines were commonly used in power stations, mills, irrigation and pumping stations, and manufacturing and rock crushing plants all over the US. During demonstrations held back in 2011 in Pottsville, Oregon, the Fairbanks Morse Model 32D actually shook the ground when it was started. The company had entered the big engine industry back in 1912. The massive Fairbanks Morse Model Y semi-diesel stationary engine became their ticket to fame and was soon being used to run almost every kind of machinery. It was undoubtedly a reliable engine endorsed by several types of mills. After being upgraded in 1924, the engine was named Model 32 engine. It took the company years' worth of modifications to finally develop the Model 32 engine. It had much higher compression, higher pressure injections, and it also utilized differential fuel injectors. Model 32 is still considered one of the most powerful engines in the entire world, and was employed for decades in ice plants, gin manufacturing facilities, and more. The production of this engine continued well into the 1940s, and at least one of these was up and running until the 1990s. Number 14. 24V71 Detroit Big Mike. Detroit's Big Mike is an impressive piece of engineering that represents a major achievement in the field of internal combustion engines. However, a car collector named Mike Hara thought it was not enough. Hara joined two huge V12 diesel engines and created the monster V24 engine. Hara V24 sits on a gigantic 40-foot-long bespoke chassis housed inside a special 359 Peterbilt truck. The Big Mike 24V71's enormous size is among its most remarkable qualities. This V24 engine has two banks of 12 cylinders. The weight of the engine is approximately 20,000 pounds, and it is over 9 feet long and 8 feet tall. It has 8 shiny NOS bottles that supply nitrous oxide to the system. Mike states that when the engine was finished, it produced 3,424 horsepower. The entire operation cost around $7 million and took Mike over 7 years to finish. The engine consumes around 1 gallon of diesel fuel every mile. There are 4 drag chutes installed on the back in case the brakes are insufficient. Big Mike V24 is definitely a winner, but wait till you see the number 1 on our list. Can you guess which vehicle uses it? Hint, it's not the largest one. Number 13. Kawasaki 48-cylinder. The Kawasaki 48-cylinder engine is one of the biggest motorbike engines ever made, and it holds a 4200cc engine. Simon Whitelock, an English motorbike enthusiast, made this bike stand out from others. This bike was constructed with a total of 16 Kawasaki KH250 3-cylinder engines. This shows how massive the engine was. If the 50cc motor that Whitelock initially employed wasn't powerful enough to start the 48-cylinder behemoth of an engine, there is a 125cc 2-stroke motor that acts as a donkey engine for the main engine starting motor. This motorcycle held the Guinness World title. However, that title was taken by its engine. This engine holds the Guinness World Record for engine with the most cylinders. This engine consumes an immense amount of gas. However, this piece of art attracts visitors from around the world. Even today, the 48-cylinder Kawasaki engine is a rare and remarkable feat of engineering due to its intricate design and enormous size. Number 12. Wärtsilä RT96C. Shipping containers have to carry tons of weight and move across stormy seas, and this task is not very easy. However, Wärtsilä is a Finnish company that specializes in power solutions for the marine and energy industries, making it very easy. They created RT96C for this specific reason. The RT96C is one of the largest and most powerful diesel engines in the world, and is primarily used to power large cargo ships and tankers. The RT96C has a large 96mm by 2500mm bore and stroke, which results in a displacement of 25,480 liters. Being one of the most powerful engines in the world, It pumps out a mind-blowing 190,000 horsepower at 102 RPM. It's cutting-edge fuel injection technologies that optimize fuel usage and lower pollutants. The engine's architecture is likewise incredibly efficient with a length of 27 meters and a weight of over 2,300 tons. It is constructed using robust materials and parts, including high-strength cast iron cylinder heads and forged steel connecting rods. The engine is popular in the marine sector because of its mix of strength, efficiency, and endurance. But the next one is nothing short of exceptional. Number 11. GE90. On number 11, we have the GE90, which is a remarkable engineering wonder and one of the most powerful airplane engines ever created. It was developed by General Electric in the 1990s to power the Boeing 777 aircraft, and has since become an industry standard. The engine has a gigantic 120H fan diameter and delivers up to 115,000 pounds of thrust. GE90 is distinguished by its sophisticated design, which uses the most advanced materials and technology to boost performance, decrease drag, and improve fuel efficiency. The engine's 3D aerodynamic design increases airflow while decreasing drag, and its composite fan blades are lighter and tougher than standard metal blades. The GE90 has also set several world records, including being the most powerful jet engine and having the greatest thrust-to-weight ratio of any commercial engine. Because of its dependability and efficiency, it has been a favorite choice for airlines, and it has amassed over 80 million flying hours with a great safety record. GE90 is a monument to the strength of engineering and creativity. Number 10. Caterpillar C17520. Caterpillar Inc., a renowned manufacturer of heavy machinery and equipment, produced the Caterpillar C17, a huge and powerful diesel engine. The C17 engine is a V-type with 6 cylinders in each bank and a total displacement of 28.5 liters. It generates an astonishing 5,500 horsepower at 1,800 RPM, making it one of the world's most powerful diesel engines. The engine is also incredibly efficient, with innovative fuel injection technologies that optimize fuel usage and lower pollutants. The C17 engine's dependability and durability are two of its most important characteristics. It is constructed using robust materials and parts, such as high-strength cast iron cylinder heads and blocks, and forged steel connecting rods. Advanced cooling and lubrication systems are also incorporated into the engine's architecture to help it last longer and require less maintenance. Numerous high-demand applications, such as power production for hospitals, data centers, and other crucial facilities, have made use of the Caterpillar C17 engine. Additionally, it has been utilized to power military and big freight ships in maritime applications. The engine has become a popular option for businesses all over the world thanks to its ability to combine power, efficiency, and dependability. Number 9. Big Boy 4014. The Big Boy 4014 is not an average choo-choo train. This steam-powered monster is a real legend of the railroads. This famous steam locomotive was constructed in 1941 by the Union Pacific Railroad and the American Locomotive Company. This engine was not exactly designed for speed, but for its staggering strength. The Big Boy 4014 is 132 feet long and weighs more than 1.2 million pounds in total. With 4 wheels in the leading truck and 4 wheels in the following truck, this engine requires 8 drivers and 2 seats of 4. It's propelled by a large 4884 wheel configuration. With a maximum power output of 6,290 horsepower, the locomotive can transport massive loads over great distances. The locomotive was retired in 1961. However, in 2013, the Union Pacific Railroad started bringing the Big Boy 4014 back to its previous splendor. Today, both visitors and engine enthusiasts enjoy visiting the Big Boy 4014. It has been featured in several films, TV shows, and documentaries, and is frequently utilized for special outings and events. If this train engine had you floored, wait till you hear about the one that was used to put humans on the moon. That's right. Next we have the Rocketdyne F1. Number 8. Rocketdyne F1. It is one of the largest rocket engines ever created. The F1 engine was used to launch the Saturn V's first stage. This same engine made it possible to send the Apollo mission's astronauts to the moon. The F1 engine was a liquid-fueled engine, and its size was one of its distinguishing qualities. The engine was bigger than most cars, standing over 19 feet tall and weighing more than 18,000 pounds. This engine was also very complicated, as it had more than 5,000 components and elaborate systems for fuel distribution, ignition, and thrust vectoring. Rocketdyne F1 engine was not only big, but also powerful, as it generated 32 million horsepower. It had a regenerative cooling system, which prevented it from overheating. This technical wonder required precise timing from a network of interconnected pumps, valves, and combustion chambers to generate such enormous levels of thrust. With an Apollo mission success record of over 90%, the engine was also very reliable. New generations of scientists and engineers are continually motivated by its influence on space exploration and engineering. Number 7. The Lycoming XR7755. Experimenting is the best step toward innovation, and this is exactly what the Lycoming XR7755 is all about. During World War II, the American military required a powerful aircraft engine. Lycoming engines took on the task of producing a massive engine capable of powering large aircrafts, like the B-36. With a displacement of 7,750 cubic inches and 36 cylinders placed in an unusual 4-row layout, it was the biggest piston engine ever built in the United States. The XR7755 was more potent than many early jet engines, with a maximum output of 5,000 horsepower. The XR7755 was also renowned for its application of cutting-edge innovations, such as a geared reduction drive that allowed the propeller to rotate at a slower speed than the engine, which not only minimized noise but also vibrations. XR755 showed off its excellent power and performance over several successful test runs. However, it was never produced commercially. This was because jet engines swiftly replaced piston engines in military use due to their fast development, and as a result, this massive metal beast became a preserved trophy. Number 6. B&W CM884WS 150. The Danish company B&W produced the B&W CM884WS 150 marine diesel engine. It is a low-speed two-stroke engine. This engine has a total displacement of 17,460 liters, and it weighs a massive 1,400 tons, which is equal to the weight of 200 elephants. This engine is 82 feet long and 41 feet high. It is one of the most efficient engines of its kind, with a maximum power output of 22,500 horsepower. Due to its cutting-edge technology and distinctive design elements, the CM884WS 150 has made a name for its great efficiency and low fuel consumption. Its fuel injection system is electronically regulated, allowing for accurate fuel distribution, which leads to improved combustion and lower emissions. Additionally, the engine has a waste heat recovery system that extracts heat from exhaust fumes and transforms it into useful energy, lowering fuel consumption and emissions even further. The B&W CM884WS 150 is generally employed in big container ships and tankers that need high levels of power and efficiency to maneuver through the stormy sea. This engine is certainly a remarkable engineering achievement. Number 5. The Pratt & Whitney R4360. Next up, we have this huge radial piston engine known as the Pratt & Whitney R4360, which was created in the United States in the 1940s. With a total displacement of 71.4 liters and a maximum output of up to 4,300 horsepower, it was one of the biggest piston engines ever created. The R4360 was employed in a wide range of aircraft, including the Convair B-36 Peacemaker. It was regarded as one of the most cutting-edge piston engines of its day, and was well recognized for its dependability, toughness, and power. The R4360's peculiar design was one of its distinguishing qualities. The R4360 featured 28 cylinders, distributed in 4 rows of 7, in contrast to the majority of radial piston engines, which had an odd number of cylinders. Because of this unusual design, the engine was able to generate a significant amount of power. R4360 also featured several advanced technologies and design features, including a fuel injection system and a high-speed cooling fan. This allowed the engine to run in hot temperatures. The engine remains an important piece of aviation history. Number 4. EMD 645. The electromotive division of General Motors developed a series of two-stroke diesel engines known as the EMD 645. This engine, which had a total displacement of 169 liters and was mostly utilized in maritime boats and locomotives, was the biggest engine in this series. The EMD 645 was renowned for its strength and stability, and had a maximum output of 4,500 horsepower at 900 revolutions per minute. The 16-cylinder engine has a V layout with a turbocharger and an aftercooler for increased performance and efficiency. The 16-cylinder engine weighed around 16.5 tons. It was employed to carry the Terex 3319 Titan haul truck, which weighed 231 tons. The modular architecture of the EMD 645 made it stand out among competitors. The engine has several interchangeable parts. This made it possible to customize the engine, making it a flexible option for a variety of sectors. Long-distance transportation of people and commodities was made faster and more efficient due to its high power output and effective design, making the EMD 645 a popular choice. But wait, there's more. Did you know about the amazing Haliade X12MW that is being used to produce renewable energy? Let's check it out. Number 3. Haliade X12MW. Wind turbines are known to create renewable energy, and Haliade X12MW might just be the superhero among wind turbines. Haliade X12MW was created by General Electric Renewable Energy. It is one of the largest wind turbines in the world, with a rotator diameter of 220 meters and a height of 260 meters. The turbine has a direct drive mechanism, which does not require a gearbox and lowers maintenance requirements. The Haliade X has a special blade design that enables it to harness more wind energy and produce more electricity. The Haliade X can produce up to 12 megawatts of energy, which is sufficient to power about 16,000 typical households in Europe, or 5,000 houses in the United States. In regions with strong winds, the turbine is especially well suited for offshore wind farms. It has several sensors and control systems that enable real-time monitoring and operation optimization. To lower carbon emissions and increase the production of sustainable energy, General Electric Renewable Energy has constructed hundreds of these wind turbines across the world. Number 2. Shockwave Jet Truck. This truck might not be the one you see every day on the road. The Shockwave Jet Truck is an unusual vehicle that is propelled by 3 jet engines. This truck sits on a Peterbilt 359 model. Darnell Racing Enterprises, for their love for racing, created this truck. 3 Pratt & Whitney J3448 jet engines, each capable of up to 7,500 pounds of thrust, are installed in the truck. The truck has a combined 21,000 horsepower when all 3 of its engines are running, which allows it to travel at up to 376 miles per hour. When the engines are started, the vehicle makes an audible roar. The truck is a well-liked attraction at air shows, drag races, and other events because of its strong noise and power. Shockwave Jet Truck has a parachute mechanism that helps in slowing it down once it hits its peak speed. The system employs 2 parachutes. Chris Darnell has been operating the Shockwave Jet Truck for more than 20 years now. Darnell has broken several world records, including the fastest jet-powered vehicle ever at 376 miles per hour. Number 1. Thrust SSC. The British-designed supersonic car, which holds the world land speed record, had to get a special engine. The car was designed by Richard Noble and was built by a team of engineers and technicians. On October 15, 1997, Thrust SSC set the current world land speed record of 1,227.986 kilometers per hour in the Black Rock Desert in Nevada, USA. The record-breaking run was driven by Royal Air Force fighter pilot Andy Green. 2 Rolls-Royce Spey turbofan engines, which were created for military aircraft initially, power the Thrust SSC. A total thrust of 110 kilonewton is generated by the engines, which is comparable to the power of about 145 Formula One vehicles. The Thrust SSC was 16.5 meters long, 3.7 meters wide, and weighed 10.5 tons. The Spey engines were modified to improve their performance at high speeds. The engines were fitted with custom-made afterburners, which allowed the car to reach supersonic speeds. This added power allows the car to exceed the speed of sound. Rolls-Royce Spey turbofan engines were a critical component of Thrust SSC's success in setting the world land speed record. The power and transportation industry boasts some of the most impressive and powerful engines ever built. And as technology advances, we can only imagine the engines we'll see in the future. But until then, the ones we discussed are more than enough to fascinate us.